I King Mike X here with another Dragalia Lost update video. Today I'm going to be going over the stuff that's going to be happening right now in Dragalia Lost. So we got a couple of things that happened. First of all, version update, which we need to talk about. So this update is going to come on July 26th at 11 p.m. and the automatic, well at least on the west, and then on 11 p.m. July 27th is when the automatic update happens. Here's what's gonna happen, and of course they'll give, with every time they do this, they're gonna give us a free tenfold summon voucher. Now here's the good things about it. So now here's some good things, which is interesting, but so far it's not gonna be amazing at first, but it'll get better over time. Which is a new item for unbinding dragons called Draconic Essence. Looks like you're gonna need 50 to unbind each dragon once, but here's how it works. It's only to unbind 5-star dragons, and it's gonna be added July 28th at 2 a.m. So after the automatic update happens, the reset after that, which will be like 3 hours after that, we will get this um get this update. And the way that it works is that um you could get Draconic Essence as drop rewards from certain quests like those in the main campaign on hard and very hard difficulties. Each time you clear an applicable quest, you receive one Draconic Essence, but there is a limit on how many you could obtain each day. You could continue to play the applicable quests even after you have reached the daily limit for how many Draconic Essence you can obtain. And you can use the Draconic Essence displayed on the area map for each chapter in the main campaign to check the dragon whose Draconic Essence you can obtain, how many Draconic Essence you currently have, how many more you could obtain, and the quest from which you can obtain Draconic Essence. So it looks like you're going to get 6 per day, which, if it's going to be 50 to unbind, I mean, that's going to be slow, but that's essentially doing the math. Well, let's see. If to fully unbind a dragon, you're going to need, it looks like you're going to need 200 essence. So now dividing that by 6, that's about 34 days or so. 33 to anywhere between 33 to 34 days. So that's the issue. It has, it looks like. Um, Also, like I said, it's only used on certain dragons, and so far the only ones that they have are Agni, Prometheus, Poseidon, Leviathan, Zephyr, Garuda, Jondiar, Cupid, Needhog, and Chthonius. The only ones I mean, most of these I have like fully maxed out. The only ones that I'm interested in getting maxed out and getting for these is I haven't done, well, the only ones that I haven't gotten fully unbound yet. If Let me make sure about this. Um, which let me make sure about this. If I'm correct, I know I don't have Agni maxed out. Same thing with Chthonius or Chthonius, whichever way you say it. I've heard different versions of it. Needhog, I know I don't have maxed out. I only need one left for him, and I know I don't have Prometheus maxed out. And Poseidon also I don't have maxed out, but I don't really care for most of these. And actually, just to make sure, let's see, Dragon Sword Unbinding, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I'm missing. Yeah, I'm missing one for Chthonius and Needhog. Two for and also one for Poseidon, and two for Prometheus, and three for Agni. Yeah, Agni, I don't have like any of that, so yeah, that would be interesting. Now, here's another thing that I absolutely love about this as well. The first ability, they're changing the effects of abilities based on dragon and binding progress, so which people have been asking for a while now. Which thankfully they're doing this now. The first ability of all dragons will be upgraded based on the dragon's unbinding progress. Now, as you see, they only said the first one. Um, so ones ones that have two of them, the second ability won't get upgraded until you fully unbounded. Now there is an exception, which is Galakatsith, but uh, that's only because her skill one and skill two correlate with each other as as the second skill, it makes it where when you get an ending shapeshift, it increases the amount of damage. It gives you a certain amount of it gives you extra charges that of like the skill charge thing. So they have to change that because otherwise it would be kind of weird. That would be glitchy if you have like let's say one unbound one where it has like one if I remember correctly, Galakatsith is 120. Just to make sure, um, Galakat Galakatsith is right now at 120. So it would be if I'm guessing. Let's see, 120 minus one. Yeah, 180 minus 120. That's 60. So I'm guessing the way that they do it is 80, 60. Nah, they couldn't do it. It would be. It would probably be by 15%. So it would be like 135. So two would be. So one unbind is 135. Two unbind is 150. Three unbind is 165. And then max unbound is 180 for a cat set. They're also changing up. They also are changing the name of certain abilities that would. Though this would not change the potency of the abilities. So strength and crit damage. Like they're gonna have strength and crit damage 2, 3, 4, and 5 instead of just strength and crit damage 1 and strength and crit damage 2 for the max unbound for like Arctos. They're also changing the Fallen Drunken's abilities when they are fully unbound, specifically, and these ones are mostly just the ones that you, and the ones that they're doing are mostly the ones that. So here's what they're changing. They're changing all the free ones and the 3-star ones. So are the free units and the 3-star ones. So like the 3-star ones that had HP and strength are now go from 8% to 10%. Um, for Midgard, Stormir, and Jupiter, they're increasing it up to 15% for their HP and strength instead of 10. All the high all the high dragons as well as Rathalos, Poseidon, Niger, and Needhog, essentially all the ones that have HP and strength, are now going up to 35%. Are the all of these dragons, the 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 welfare dragons that we get from Rage are going up to that for strength are going up to 40%. Same thing with HP for these ones are going up to 40. Maritimus is going up to 25%, and Parallel Zodiac is going up to strength 25% for his first one. Um, now they're also now here's the other thing that they're going over: improve it to certain action elements. They're adjusting the force strike of Expo, Wand, and Staff adventures so they can be charged and activated while moving. However, some adventures, such as the following adventures, as well as adventures who can use altered and upgraded force strikes, may be unable to charge their force strikes while moving, which are Zubaji, Summer Mikoto, Grace, Gawa Cleo, or essentially all the ones that have like special ones. Um, all the ones that have like a special force strike. Essentially, it looks like. Um, oh yes, here's another thing they're also changing. They are changing the attack effect for bow force strikes so they vary based on the user's attunement. And they're also making adjustments so adventurers who have been knocked to the ground are able to dodge when getting up. They're also shortening the amount of time players are unable to control the controlled adventurer immediately after using certain adventurer skills, essentially reducing the lag. Um, which unfortunately, the, which is kind of upsetting because one of the ones I wish that they do is Marth, because but I mean, okay with that. They not doing that one, but they are doing stuff like lilies, which people have been using a lot. Hawks is the hawk they're doing. Like a lot of people are getting changes. They're adjusting. They're also going to be adjusting the UI on some screens, the user interface. They're also now this is another thing they're doing. They're increasing the number of revives, and essentially what they're going to be doing is it. Okay, so what it looks like they're doing is they're changing the number of revives in Volk's Wrath Expert and Cayenne's Wrath Expert. They're going to change it to one, and survival. They'll have one revive, and the survival bonuses will be added. And for the standard, it will be increased to two. I'm guessing the reason why they're doing this is because they have the new master. So of course they're gonna have to. So it's gonna be like, so master has zero. Expert, master you have to do one-on-one life. Expert you have two lives, and standard you have three lives. Guess just kind of, I guess, just to yeah, and I'm pretty sure going to be doing this every time they add in a master one. So when Master Ciela, who's the next, most likely the next character to get a master difficulty will be Ciela, and when that happens, we'll probably get another update later on afterwards to that will give us around that same time that will also increase, make that do what they're doing here for Volk's Wrath Expert and Kain's Wrath Expert, as well as their standard version of those two quests. So yeah, they have adjusted the Dragon Battles and Onslaught events so that players cannot repeatedly use skills while shapeshift when the adventurer Delphi is the team leader. Um, yeah, that was one issue. Delphi apparently you could keep using skills. It was kind of with Delphi. It was weird. Um, they fixed a lot of issues. Other than that, and most other stuff. They fixed a lot of the Ayaha and Otoha stuff, Otaha's glitches. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to this, especially with this thing because I want to max out my Chthonius and maybe even Nidhogg. I mean, I want to complete those dragons, get them up to speed. But yeah, I'm actually happy with some of these upgrades, especially with the new how the new force strikes and other stuff is working. Now, another thing they did is the added mana water spirals for Summer Julieta and Summer Celiera. Now, I didn't go over this yesterday because I wanted to wait for the damage mods, and they already came out today. So Summer Julieta, Summer Celiera, nothing. They got no new abilities or any of that stuff. They basically just got increased. They just got numbers increased. So Julieta, new skill, is now went up from before what it used to be was it it was the original skill for Summer Julieta. Her skill one used to be do 1120 used to do 1120 damage total and inflict bug. Now the bug changes up to 120% from 110%, and instead of 1120%, it's not much more. It is now 1231. It didn't get much of an improvement, and Vacation Vigor also didn't get much. It basically the first one, the ally strength, didn't get increased at all. The only thing that they did was to increase the for phase two, which increases crit rate. They made it 13. They changed it from 10 to 13, and they made the divergent shield, the one use shield that nullifies damage from less than 30%. It used to be less than 30. Now it's less than 40. They also increased bog strength, team strength from 10 to 15%. Potent stun res and prime strength is about the same, 10 to 15%. So yeah, Summer Julieta and Summer Seriara also the same thing. Summer Seriata's skill 2, which used the damage didn't change. All that changed is the phase 1 does team defense, increased team defense, and went up from 10 to 15. The strength went up for in phase 2 went up from 10 to 13%, and phase 3 the attack team's attack rate went up from 20 to 25%. and Ocean Fury went up from 736. Hang on. With 110% to um 1104. So it did a bigger jump. All that happened is it got two extra hits with the skill, and now it's got 11-20% base chance. The strength double buff went up from 13% to 15. Got potent burn res, and buff skill time went up from 30 to 35%. But yeah, all I have to say is honestly they're kind of underwhelming. But I want to see their damage mods when they come out, which they haven't. Or okay, my bad. Specifically their DPS. What the new DPS is. They haven't come out yet, but then again, they probably haven't adjusted everything yet, so they have to wait for that. But yeah, I'm not expecting too much of a big increase. If it does get a huge increase, we'll see. But yeah, because as of right now, I don't know if Summer Julieta is gonna upset Karina, but then again, we have to wait and see because Summer Julieta does have one thing. Like Summer Julieta is was actually really close to Summer to Karina, even though it doesn't look like that. Because well, let me show you. Um, Going over to water. Um, as you can see here, Karina has 40,417, and Summer Julieta has 36,443. Now that's about a 4,000%, almost a 4,000% difference. But here's the thing: that's against if the enemy is. That's against if the enemy is. That's only if the enemy is not immune to is immune to bug. Now, true. Now, referring to endgame, the only endgame time you're going to use some Julieta mostly is to get to Hanatoha, which they're not immune to bog. They're you can bog them like at every turn, and essentially, this is what her real strength is: 39,867. Same thing with Summer Seria, Summer Seria. So Xander would be like the next competitor at 3649. Summer Seriera, if okay, all right. Let's see. Frostbite Punisher. Now, if the bug is set to zero, because honestly, you will be bugging no matter what. She's actually already stronger than Xander, which is astounding. Um. So yeah, Summer Seriera. It's But Xander, that also depends. Xander can actually quickly get ahead of her with buffs, because of how he works. So yeah, when he gets buffed, though, he actually will be stronger than Summer Seriera still, because as you can see, it's not much of a. They're not off by much, and when he gets buffed, he actually gets a little bit. He gets a pretty big boost, mind you. He's not upsetting some of these other ones. Like I checked Valerio. Xander takes up about I think it was 15. He needs 15 active buffs to actually surpass Valerio. Um, but that's all I know. So anyway, guys, but that's gonna be it for this video. If you like this video, click the like button and leave a comment down below. Also, share this video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so we can get an so you can get update notified of when my videos get posted. By the way, I in one of the other in one of the YouTubers who guide us on their Discord on one of the Discord channels. I think it was either Orthodoxes or it was either Orthodoxes or Foundries, I believe. Um, or possibly even living like dogs. I don't remember. I was actually talking with Straight Lace, who is a pretty cool guy, who's a really cool person. But I was actually, I think it was Straight Lace, or it might have been some other person. But one of the things I did in here was I actually said I think we're gonna get a new banner, Like I was talking about this, saying we were gonna need a banner. And he goes like, I don't. They I mean they don't have to give this one, but I was speculating because of like how they've been doing. Like I was saying, they were gonna have a summer banner at least, since that seems to be the case with how these banners been posted. And lo and behold, we get this summer banner. It's just a small one, but it's okay. You essentially getting 1,200 Wormite, which is a free summon, and the blessing and 40 blessing Ethan ashes, which is good, and two Champions Testaments. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I'm not gonna be really pulling on the banner because, okay, I mean, I would like to get some of Sariera, but maybe I'll do one more. Maybe I'll do one. I've already tried summoning and I haven't done so well, and I didn't do so well. So I'll see. I actually got, which I actually did summon on the Dragon Showcase, and I actually got on the Dragon Showcase. I did one pull and I managed to get Freya, which I'm happy about because I've never had Freya because I didn't have Freya at all. So anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.